Why is empathy supportive but not soft? How do you build a culture with heart and standards? Good cultures are not warm and they're not tough. They're both. The magic is in delivering support with standards. And most managers only deliver one.
Don't have an attitude that you are entitled in this world. You are not.
And this is where most cultures break because they go to one of two extremes. There's the soft culture with high empathy and low accountability. And then people feel cared for until resentment builds because performance across the whole team is unequal. And then there's the hard culture, and that's high accountability and low empathy. Things get done, but people burn out and they get disengaged and emotionally withdrawn. So neither of these is really sustainable. They work, and you might work in one of these companies right now. They do work, and they do seem to sort of bubble along. But if we're going to go from good to great, you need to manage the tension between the two and not just give in to one side or the other.
You deserve nothing else. You earn it. You can't stand here and cry.
Now, the secret is support plus standards will actually deliver trust. And employees trust leaders that do two things consistently. They listen, they acknowledge challenges, they create space for humanity, and they protect the standards, the goals, the performance by making expectations very explicit and enforcing boundaries consistently. And in this way, they can ensure fairness for the whole team. And when employees feel like the manager or the leader sees them and understands them and will not let standards slip, then they feel safe. They don't feel coddled or nannied, and they don't feel threatened. They just feel safe, like they can be themselves and do their job. Support without standards, well, that feels like favoritism. And standards without support, wow, that feels like punishment. But together, they feel like leadership. So there, of course, is a practical way to do this that is not a magic pill and requires hard work, but you can do it. And that is to begin with care first, emotional acknowledgement. I'm glad you brought this up. I can see that it's important to you. From there, once you've actually listened to this person, then you can bring in the standards and the clarity and say, this is what is expected, and here's the gap. And the third thing is commitment. Here are the expectations, here's the gap. How can I help you close that gap? And this, creates a partnership rather than, lowering standards. So it's sort of the rhythm of care, clarity, and then commitment.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Now, don't set the bar too high for yourself. Commitment is really something, okay? And in my experience, you have about a third of the people who will commit. They're all in. They'll follow you. Even when you're not there, they'll continue to do it in a positive way. You've got a third of the people in the middle who they'll do it. You have to remind them. They're happy to do it. They're happy to comply. So compliance is where we generally end up. They'll comply, but they might not do it on their own. And you're going to have a third of the people who are these problem people, the people where we have the most difficulty showing wise empathy. And you're just going to have to deal with those people. So commitment is kind of the ideal. Compliance is what you usually get. And coercion might be a little bit of what you have to do with some people. But it always comes back to managing that tension between people and support and caring and wise empathy and the standards and the performance. That is where the magic of leadership happens.
I want no crying children. None.
Well, if you yell at me, I'm gonna cry.
Get out. Go.
Okay.
Go.
So the final takeaway, culture is not built by slogans, no matter how nice those posters from human resources are. Culture, or how we do things around here, is built by consistent conversations where leaders show empathy and care and backbone. If you want a high-performing, robust, sustainable culture, don't choose between being supportive and being firm. Choose both. Manage the tension between both. Your people deserve a leader who will Your people deserve a leader who will tell them the truth and be strong enough to hold them to it. Now, again, the diagnostic checklist for wise empathy will be in the description of this video. If this is something that you recognize in your organization, well, this is stuff that I do. So give me a call or send me an email or an in-mail if you're on LinkedIn. And until next time, take care.